What's up, nerds? Brandon here.
With Jimmy.
And this is some of the coolest Marvel news we've had in a minute. Daredevil, Born Again.
All-time favorite characters.
Oh my, okay, let's even start off. Daredevil, always been one of my favorite comic book characters. And when that Netflix series came out, I was like, at the time, I'm like, this is the best Marvel stuff I think we've gotten in a minute.
Yeah.
And I mean, even Daredevil specifically, season 2 and season 3, everything was outstanding.
Yep.
Loved it. I was crushed when that stuff first got canceled.
Yep.
So afraid we'd never see Charlie Cox as
That's
Daredevil
what it was. We would never, ever see it again. That's what it was.
And between him and Barenthal as the Punisher, I was like, those are the two most...
D'Onofrio as King.
Oh, actually, okay, three most... Yeah. The three best casting choices
ever.
And everyone was so good at each role.
Nailed it.
So it was just one of those things that it was like, man, really cool that Marvel's getting all their stuff back, but what do you do with a good property that was supposed to be part of things? How do we do it? And, you know, they officially started filming, I guess, the unofficial season 4.
Yeah.
But would be the first season of the new Disney run.
And what's cool is we've gotten some leaks, and I know we aren't big fans of doing this, but everybody knows it now, so we're just putting it out there.
Yeah.
First character we saw.
Deborah Ann Wall, back as Karen Page.
Yes. And we just said we were going to not forget it. Eldon Henson?
And then Eldon Henson.
Yes. And they showed the sign on the outside of a building.
Murdoch, Nelson, and Page.
Just
and it's
like
they're back. I did see a video of someone on the street of the three of them walking out of a building together, and it was just so, because like that relationship was so good to begin with, but now with the bits and pieces we've received through She-Hulk and Echo, we know that Matt was not blipped.
Yep.
You know, that was the first thing, and that Kingpin was, right? Like that was the whole thing with Hawkeye, is he disappeared and came back and was trying to get back New York.
Yes.
I believe. I think so. But either way, like, we now have, like, Matt with his friends who could have been missing for years at a time. And what happened with that relationship? Him and Karen were pretty together.
This reboot, they weren't going to be in it.
No, originally they weren't. Yeah, I was so upset about it. I was so upset. Well, they said that. We don't know if they were just like testing this whole time and just trying to save it or whatever.
Glad they finalized on them.
So cool.
They're so key to the whole relationship, and even with Karen being in Punisher, that was such a great storyline too.
Well, with all that, there are other people that are going to appear in this. If you watched Echo, which we can talk about later or whatever, but that was more or less, I felt, just there to kind of show you whatever Kingpin was going to be doing.
And I loved that stinger at the end.
It was so good.
It was so perfect because it like ripped from the comic books.
Yeah.
Where he's on the plane and they're talking about nobody's going to run for mayor or whatever. And you're like,
okay, I will. It's going to be so good.
I cannot wait.
And then there were leaks of White Tiger on set. But we have 15 episodes to play with.
Well, they have come out and said with the reboot, they don't know exactly how many episodes it's going to be. They're still working on telling the whole story.
Come on, guys, give us.
That's fine. That's fine.
Give us what we're looking for.
But when we talk about, because we both agreed, season 3 of Daredevil was just as good as season 1.
100%.
It was the origin story of Bullseye,
and he's coming back.
We got nothing. Because they canceled the series.
It was going to be, like, I was so excited to see him become
because those are the two biggies.
A proper Bullseye. Yes. And it looks like we're getting that as well.
Finally.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for this.
And that, I don't know the actor's name. I should have looked it up before I got on camera. But that was awesome how he played it, how he impersonated Daredevil in the show. And then at the end, we finally get the reveal. But that actor himself was amazing at that role.
And what would be cool, like really looking at it though, like that Daredevil costume, if you knock the ears off of and just put a bullseye on it, he's got a bullseye suit. And it's like, I can't wait for this. And I'm trying to limit what gets leaked. And I'm sure that's going to be the new thing that everyone's going to be jumping on. So I am going to try to like check out of this just because I want to enjoy the show when it comes out. But all the pieces we've seen so far, I am so excited.
And one of the things we talked about last week with Kyle was that with the things going on with Kang and not knowing what the cinematic universe is going to look like, going to the street level fighters is awesome.
Well, it's
and
cool.
So we get one movie this year with Deadpool, but we have Echo, which was way better than I thought it was going to be.
Yes.
And then we'll have Daredevil, more street level, which is going to include Punisher. I haven't heard anything about Elektra, so I don't even know if she's back or whatever. But we're going to have the street levels doing their thing.
I mean, Hawkeye. I feel like Hawkeye showed that there is a story to tell.
That was great.
Of the street level stuff. So, yeah, I mean, that's the cool thing about comic books is you can have big universe-altering bad guys, or I can just watch a show of someone cleaning up crime in the city, like, and it's just like the other thing too is that like you look at Vincent D'Onofrio, you look at Charlie Cox, and it's like they love being these characters, and I think you see. I mean,
John Barenthal, same.
Yeah, loves being these characters, and it's even watching Vincent D'Onofrio again in Echo, you can tell he loves this, and it just makes everything better when they enjoy playing as they're playing. But
and
excited for this.
One little more tag on, because we talked about Hawkeye. There is rumor news that they will be continuing on with the Young Avengers project.
Okay.
It looks like they're slated 2026. It sounded like they're going the movie route, but I kind of assumed it was going to be the TV route. So I'm not sure.
I always assumed when everything started really getting built out, I'm like, that's going to be a Disney Plus show.
That's
right?
what I thought.
Wouldn't that be
the
like
release read that I read,
the prime demographic for the?
But we're talking Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop.
Mm-hmm.
This one was the one that surprised me. The girl from Love and Thunder. I'd totally forgotten. And
okay.
I was like,
well,
that's intriguing. Yes.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, dig it. And then Ant-Man's daughter.
Isaiah Bradley, his grandson from Falcon Winter Soldier.
Oh, I hadn't heard that part.
Yeah, because that's that's Patriot in the comic
Nice.
book. So that Kate Bishop, Stature, and Patriot are definite. Well, and Billy and what's Wanda's other kid's name? Billy and fuck. What am I doing right now?
That guy.
Wanda's kids. Oh my god, you guys! I'm so sorry doing this on camera in front of everybody.
Make fun of Brandon in the notes.
But them too. That was the main.
Billy and Tommy.
Billy and Tommy. Those were the main. If you ever read the very first Young Avengers book, that was really the team, and Hulkling. So it is going to be a little bit different.
I forgot we do have that Hulk dude from.
Well, Sakaar, like, so that's not Hulkling is a half.
I did say it was Hulkling,
but I'm just saying, like, we have potential to build on this, and that was a really good story. And the universe is built out a little bit different, but why not introduce the next group of people? I'm here for.
There's something for everyone. We know you guys hate.